Good morning. Sometimes I can tell when I need to ground myself. And do y'all know what spiritual grounding is? It's like you need to connect, or I need to connect. I don't want to make it seem like I am preaching to anybody. I'm just trying to relate. But sometimes we need to turn the TV off. We need to turn the phone off. We need to get off of social media and get quiet. Very, very quiet. The Bible says, "Be still and know that I am God." And when I was younger, I really didn't understand what that meant. Be still. You know how your parents sometimes be like, "Sit down and be still." And that's just stop moving. But it goes a little bit deeper than that when God says, "Be still and know that I am God." Regardless of whatever you're going through, whatever you're trying to attain, whatever you have experienced in your life, and whatever your aspirations are, sometimes you just have to be still and know that, excuse me, that God is in control. So, a couple of weeks ago, I think, or maybe it was last week, I posted on Facebook my mantra, everything that I say in the morning, my I ams. And the reason why I start them off with I am is because that's part of my connection to God. I mean, God is the I am. And you have to be careful of what you put behind I am. A lot of times I'm tired, I'm broke, I'm this, I'm that. And we are creating a self fulfilling prophecy when we do that. So, what I've learned to do is I've learned to speak on the characteristics, the qualities, and my birthright as I'm connected to God. No matter what I see, no matter what I feel, no matter what I'm experiencing in my life, I choose to reflect on and declare and decree who and what I really am. That's part of my spiritual grounding. Every morning when I wake up, before my feet hit the floor, I thank God, number one, that I'm still alive. And pretty much that's it. I don't go into all the other stuff. I'm grateful that I'm alive. I'm grateful that I'm still here because I know that there's a mantle on my life in everything I do. When I go to work, when I walk in that door, when I'm talking to people. I've had so many people call me this week and tell me that they feel lost. They just don't know what to do with their life. And I listen. And I think a lot of times we are lost or we are uncomfortable because we're not doing the what God has given us to do. What that gift is that we all have inside of us. Sometimes we trade our gift, we trade our talent for a paycheck from somebody else. And it took me a long time to get to that point in my mind to actually know that I have worth and I have value and I have something to offer to the world. And one day, very soon, that's going to be my source of income. That's not my source of income. God is my source of income, but that's going to be one of my income streams. Put it like that. God is always my source. God is your source. But I believe that once you get to that point where you realize that you were here for a reason, we were not placed on this earth to be slaves to the system. We were placed on this earth to rule. And I don't mean that in a egotistical way, but we are supposed to rule our lives. We're not supposed to be ruled by anything on this earth. God gave us dominion over everything. So when you start grounding yourself spiritually in the word, in inspirational thought, meditation, especially meditation, just quieting your mind in the morning, listening to the sound of the birds and just the sound of the environment. When I wake up in the morning, I thank God that I'm alive, and then I just sit there quietly, close my eyes, and receive my download for the day. Then I start commanding my day with my I ams. But first, I have to just sit. I have to be still and know that God is God and everything is okay. No matter how much money is in my bank account, no matter how my personal life is, no matter if I'm in a relationship, if I'm not in a relationship, no matter if something's going on my job, if something's not going on my job, if things are going well, if I'm tired or whatever, God is still on the throne. And sometimes I think that we get caught up in the day to day, or it's not going the way I want it to go today, or how am I going to get to where I want to get tomorrow? We get so caught up in our mind on how things are going to work out that we forget everything. Everything is in divine order. I had an aunt who, she's no longer with us on this earth, but she used to say that all the time. Everything is in divine order. The sun came up this morning. The grass is still growing. The moon was out. You know what I mean? Like, it's the way it's supposed to be. And so I'm learning to find comfort in that. It's not meant for that to make me sluggish or make me complacent. I'm still out here trying to do what I need to do. Ain't no trying to. I'm still out here doing what I need to do. But it gives me a comfort in knowing that it's something greater than me that has all of this under control. And in due time, in the right season, it will come to fruition as long as I keep going. That right there, that's wonderful. That takes the pressure off of me because I know that the one who controls the whole universe got my back. And that comes from spiritual grounding. Although the storms may come, my kids might act a fool. You know what I mean? I could lose my job, whatever. I know I'm protected, and I know that God has my back and he has yours too. So I just wanted to say that this morning because sometimes we forget spiritual grounding is very important. I don't know what your religion is. I don't know what your spiritual practices are. And it's not my job to tell you which way to go. But I can tell you this, that you must ground yourself spiritually. Otherwise, you will flow with the wind. Either way it goes, you will fall for anything because you won't have a backbone to stand on. You won't have a lifeline to pull on when the storms come because you haven't grounded yourself spiritually. That is something that I teach in my workshop, spiritual grounding and spiritual cleansing. And I'll talk about spiritual cleansing on another day. But it's vital, y'all. It is vital. Now the world is full of negativity, and it attaches itself to us without us even knowing. And we need to cleanse ourselves. Just like we wash our clothes and we wash our bodies, we need to cleanse our spirit. But first, we have to be grounded. So, that was my rant for this morning. I appreciate all the comments that you all give when I make my videos. It encourages me to keep going, because just like you, I'm human and some days I don't feel like it. But I've come too far to turn back now. I remember that song I used to sing when I was little in church. He brought us this far. He didn't bring us this far to something. I can't even remember. I can't even remember. Something about he brought us this far. He didn't bring us this far to leave us out here. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, peace and blessings. Make it a good day. Bye.